Hey, good day, everybody. Rodney Warren here, coming at you from my beautiful home in West Kelowna, British Columbia. I've got a heartfelt message for you today. In fact, I've used the theme construction, and you might see some construction photos, and in fact, they're constructing a road right behind me here. Why did I choose that theme? Well, I've got a bit of a heartfelt message for you today. I went to the 2013 Don't Be a Wussy event in Denver, Colorado. And I took the Greyhound bus. Now, that was an experience to say the least. And one of the big things that stuck out to me was the whole cross-section of people riding that bus. It depicted the state of economy in people's minds and wallets as I rode across. So actually, you're going to hear gravel trucks and some shovels and things going off. And I thought it was really, really cool to shoot from here today, because really, life is about reconstruction. You know, what do I mean by that? Well, couple after single person, broken down, riding that bus, and some beautiful people too, all strung out on some heavy drugs, and a lot of them coming from treatment. And this one couple in particular really stood out in my mind. They loaded the bus, and the young lady was just shaking. You know, I can tell. I've been around people in withdrawal, and she was just shaking. It wasn't very long before her boyfriend chimed up and needed to use my phone to make a connection for a ride at the next town we were stopping in. And as I did that, and he made his phone call, the lady turned around and began with her story. And, you know, just how she and her husband were, or not even husband, their boyfriend, girlfriend, not more than 20 years old, were just hurt and lost. They had just come through treatment, and I was so proud that they stopped and were trying to do something with their life. And but it really touched my heart. So anyways, there was a fair few people on that. There was a lady actually sitting right behind me in the same state. She had just gone through treatment, and hats off. So, you know, I'm thinking this morning, you know, I've been a user of drugs for a long, I'm just going to come clean with you here. I've used marijuana for quite a few years in my life, and I'm now clean, and I feel great. But, you know, it's like that construction, not that road construction. You know, before you lay down new pavement, you've got to hammer up the old pavement, hammer up the old ways of thinking in your life, and to start fresh and new. So I heard a story from Wayne Dyer. I want to share it with you. It might help. There's a lady that was asked to depict her life in 4 stages, and she went on to say this. She said, the first stage of my life, I walked through a door, and I walked down the road, and then I fell into a big hole in the road. And that was the first quarter of her life, to depict her life. You know, the struggles we go through. And the second quarter, she goes on to say, I opened up the same door and walked down that road and fell into that hole again. Don't we all just do that? You know, misery loves company. The third part of her life, she opened up that same door, but was wise enough to go around the hole this time, realizing her past mistakes. And that was the third part of her life. The fourth part, she sums up and says, I opened up a different door. Isn't that beautiful? You know, if you really think about it, we're told we have power beyond all belief, and we do. And one of the powerful things you can do is make a mind shift and start to believe in yourself, and believe that you're better for the mediocrity that you're displaying in your life. You know, where you are now are basically a culmination of the choices you've made up to this point. But I'm telling you now, open a different door. Open a different door. It was so beautiful down in Denver, Colorado, as our company Empower Network, the philanthropic, meaning caring for human beings, that the whole company is. And on stage, they cut a check to the guy there that was in charge of, you know, seeing to these homeless people in Denver. and we cut a check for $10,000 collectively. And if you're part of Empower Network, kudos and hats off to you. I'm so proud to be part of a company that really cares about people. This isn't about making money. Money is a byproduct of it, and of course we need it to live. But I'm telling you right now, work on your mind. I had one thing to say to one lady that I met in Seattle, and it could be anywhere in the country. In fact, there's a bunch of people hung up on heavy drugs here where I live in West Kelowna. So if you're listening, it goes out to you too. So what are you gonna do when you decide to stand strong, to make a commitment to yourself that you're gonna change your life, change where you're at? Here's what you can do. This is from Tony Robbins. He says, every time you get rid of a bad habit, you need to focus on the positive. I know humans go on two emotional patterns, going away from pain or reaching towards pleasure. And going away from pain is something you have to anchor when you decide to go for that joint, when you decide to shoot up in your arm, when you decide to forget your family, forget your loved ones as you wallow away into the world of the unknown, being high. I'm going to tell you, this is what you need to do. You need to attach real serious pain to that. I was telling this girl that, and instead of thinking about the euphoria of the shot or the high, think of the pain attached. Think of that family you lost. Think of that job you lost. Think of the person inside screaming out for more. Attach pain every time, and that should help you out. Hey, I love you guys. You know, every one of you who's being bonded by addiction, I'm just reaching out to you today to say there's a better way. Open up a different door and think about what's going on in your life. That's about all I have for now. It's like that road construction. Before you lay down the new pavement, you need to tear up the old. You're going to need to reach down deep and find some new equipment to help you with the job, because sometimes we're not strong enough alone. Just food for thought today. Peace. Live with compassion today. Give generously and seize life's golden opportunities. And I'm going to talk to you real soon. Bye for now.